Hi everyone, this is Middle Ages Gaming and I hope you're all doing okay. This channel is about finding the fun in today's mostly cynical gaming environment, in new or older titles. And this is one I can add to the list of worthy of your time. I'm not going to lie, Baldur's Gate really has an old school feel that should not surprise anyone for a game first released in 1998. The art style still looks great with the enhanced edition, remake of 2012, adding higher resolution, a quick loot option, zoom and additional content to name a few improvements. I did not play the original Baldur's Gate to make any kind of comparison, and I am just pleased I can enjoy this classic now. If anyone has an interest in the gaming industry's history, this is where it all really kicks off for the developer Bioware. Bioware had an earlier title, but it is of little significance in truth. It is interesting to start a review of a game talking about the developer, but they have such a story told with many highs and sadly a decline in quality in recent years. The decline coincides with an all too familiar script of developers becoming successful in their own right and then succumbing to the demands of high profile publishers. The highs are stratospheric though, so I approach this game with genuine anticipation of Bioware showing the beginnings of what they are capable of. Character creation sees you choosing the usual classes, alignment, deciding if you want a dual classing character or mage, etc. You can customize a whole party for a total of 6 before starting the game. It is a nice option to have, but honestly there are so many companions to recruit in-game that I don't really think it is worth it. The in-game companions all come with their alignments, and you can find opposites attacking each other when they first meet. Some also come in pairs, and if you reject one, the other will leave. You can exploit recruiting a little by recruiting someone, stripping them of their gear, and then ejecting them again. I played the game in my first playthrough with a focus on the story and getting familiar with the game mechanics. As such, I have dialed down the combat difficulty. I would not recommend playing story mode with the combat being a big part of the enjoyment, and there are enough difficulty options in between to tweak it to your preference. You cannot change the difficulty setting on the fly, so we'll have to make this decision up front. Your story starts in Candlekeep, with a player and character not really knowing what is going on. It is seemingly a peaceful world, and your adopted father, Gorion, lets you know that you have to prepare in haste to go on a journey. As soon as you leave Candlekeep, you are ambushed by a group led by a heavily armored assailant. Gorion sacrifices himself for you to make an escape. With little to go on, you begin your adventure heading to an inn where you were told you can find some solace. There is also a letter on Gorion's body that explains the need to leave on this journey, signed off only with the letter E. On your travels to the inn is when you start recruiting companions. There has been a few assassination attempts on my life, and I learned that there is a bounty on my head for reasons unknown. A hint that there is something about you to uncover. There is also some iron mining disruption that needs some investigation. You do a lot of adventuring before you enter the titular city of Baldur's Gate, and it was genuine excitement when a short cutscene played to show the city. The way the story unfolds is by dialogue and reading letters, cutscenes and dreams, which gives you more and more insight into what's going on.
You saw Gorion cut down before your eyes, and even his powerful magic could not stop the onslaught.
You immediately appreciate the quality of life improvements in newer games. Here are a few instances a bit jarring for newcomers trying this game out in 2022. The user interface is a bit messy. When the party is off screen, you have to double click on the character portrait to be returned to the players. The character name and health status in text above character takes up a lot of real estate and is distracting, but fortunately can be toggled on and off. Your carry capacity for inventory items is tiny, and you'll be doing a lot of inventory management. You can use a gem and potion bag, scroll case to store your gems, scrolls and potions, which helps massively. No highlighting all interactable objects with tab key. As an example, the exit from buildings does not show up without fishing around with the cursor. When you select one character and leave an area, you can't select all of the party to come join you. You have to return to the party before you can select all again. It took me a while to figure out how to memorize spells, and then the importance of resting to renew their charges. Having only one spell slot available at level 1 seemed very limiting. Leveling up is relatively slow, with experience gained by completing quests and killing things. I had so many spells available, but you can't equip them on the fly, and this made combat initially unengaging. You can rest as often as you like, anywhere except near towns and cities. Be aware that you can be interrupted and attacked, which will mean your rest failed and has to be attempted again. AI pathfinding, especially in narrow dungeons, are also pretty bad, which the enhanced edition did not resolve. But other than the characters getting stuck a few times in entrances, this was not nearly as bad as I anticipated. These are just a few aspects that strikes you being used to the advancements in games over 20 plus years. But it is just a matter of getting familiar with it and not a real problem. Traveling is interesting. Your map opens up as you explore, and you have to leave an area on the side of the map in the direction you are heading for the first time you enter it. As you discover more areas, they appear on your map, which opens up when you click on a wheel icon from the edge of a map. You can then select and travel to the areas you have discovered. Your thief character plays a big role in detecting traps as you travel. Getting webbed will immobilize your party for a while and is especially dangerous. I eventually equipped my thief with speedy boots to remain in front, which only worked partially as she set off more traps than detecting them. Your thief is crucial in situations where sneaking and pickpocketing might be the best way to approach a problem. There are some fun quests, with an apprentice accidentally turning himself into a chicken, and you can help by taking him to his master that can dispel the curse and hope that he survives it. I also noticed some nice details, with certain characters not being around at night while courtesans make their appearance in towns. The text dialogue is great, and there's a lot of light-hearted humor in interactions with NPCs. Even the quips your party makes is entertaining.
Stop handing me things.
Combat is real-time with pause. There's a lot going on when you engage the enemy and can feel a little chaotic. In some cases, where you have to keep track of friendly NPCs, it can be difficult to make out who is who on screen, but it still remains fun seeing your spells, traps, healing effects all go off on screen. I think normal difficulty is the preferred option for newcomers, as most quests requires violence to resolve. It makes the game feel like a more complete experience when combat is challenging. At certain points the battles will be hard, especially in confined spaces and with area of effect causing damage to everyone. So leveling up through side quests, buffing, having sufficient healing potions and building up your spells and abilities will be necessary. This game will take you anything from 40 plus hours to get through. Interestingly, progress and cloud saves does not seem to be supported in the GOG Galaxy application. A great game, great story, one for the ages. I think the most telling was, as the credits finished, I immediately started downloading Baldur's Gate 2. There's a certain magic in the way that the story develops and is revealed to you. It has a clear vision and you know what is going on or what it is that you need to do next. You can already see Bioware's ability to tell a focused and impactful story. The companions aren't as rich as they will become in later games yet, but this is Bioware at their best. Other than that, the Infinity engine created by Bioware for Baldur's Gate has left us a legacy of legendary games. The gameplay supports the story more than sufficiently, and it is fun as you level up and become powerful enough to face the challenges before you. The old school interface and feel does not detract from the experience whatsoever. Instead, it has the comforting feeling of a timeless classic. Baldur's Gate 3 will have a completely different flavor, but this is a grand way to prepare for another chapter in the Baldur's Gate universe. I hope this overview will be helpful for some of you. My aim is to find the fun in gaming with the little free time we all have. and hopefully this channel will help you decide which titles might be worthy of your time and give an idea how much time a title might require of you. I try to keep the overview short but with enough substance to help you make decisions. Feel free to share some of your gaming adventures in the comments below for me to explore. Until next time, stay safe and live free.
Good on you if you saved the day.